today. From Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
On first down, Mahomes. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Okay, partner. A couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, and nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
On fourth down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Returnable here from the 38. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. They'll have Lamar Jackson calling the shots, the former Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville.
And when you review his performance last week and the game in total, I think that he understands and his team understands they were fortunate to get out there with a victory because he was a little tentative out there and didn't throw a touchdown pass. And if I'm this defense that he's facing in this one, I'm going to bring some pressure early and see if they can get to him. Maybe he's gotten it out of his system, and now he can be a little bit looser and play more to his potential.
Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Chiefs' 28.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
It's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore. On that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Edwards. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They went 3-and-out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike up. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 41. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking, trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
They'll take over.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they went in to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. At the
From the gun, Jackson. Quick slant to Brown. And they'll get this down to the 10. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
First down, Ravens.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I'll guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there. This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the second time. $39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've got things going their way early, 14-0 lead and the football, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 35 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And 6 at the 28-yard line.
Jackson's going to look to run it. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 72 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that.
What you said about electrifying a crowd, he's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was.
Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25.
And now here comes Kansas City. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Mahomes now on first down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
The 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes caught left side, Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
City Chiefs. First and 10.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Ravens 21. Chiefs 7.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side. Second and 7. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
Mahomes now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can...
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Calais Campbell What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Throwaway and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
Ravens 21, Chiefs 10.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Gus Edwards.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
30-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Dobbins on the carry.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Derek Nottie on the tackle.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now Jackson will look to throw it.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
30, past the 20, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
62 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Tucker now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Here's Mecole Hardman. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
He'll hand this to Williams to start things out.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he stopped immediately there. The Chiefs on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there. That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter.
Second and 7, operating from the 34.
Out of the gun, they give to Edwards.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Edwards now on 1st and 10, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Jackson.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
Now a run with Edwards. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
With the give to.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On the handoff, Edwards. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say, I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
They run the option on 2nd down.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jalen Ferguson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
At the Chiefs, 42.
Man open left side is Brown. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
A gain of 7.
Jackson on 1st down.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Chris Jones, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. After that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of the half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. On 2nd and a couple, Mahomes to the right side. It's Kelsey. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC divisional round game. And it was the Buffalo Bills who are moving on as they were able to eliminate the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got 1 half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it all
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
From 33-yard line.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And, you know, both of us gave these guys a real shot coming in here, but I don't think anyone saw this on the road with this lead in the playoffs. They've looked good a lot of times this year. This is probably as good as they've looked.
Well, it's been a textbook game for them because what you talk about as a visiting team is putting the pressure on the home team. And what puts more pressure on a home team than to be behind the entire game? Because the home crowd's there really for a coronation. They expect to win. And when you're behind, it takes the crowd out of the game. And then the crowd gets a little bit uncomfortable, maybe a little bit frustrated with the home team. And that gives you an extra advantage. So they've done it perfectly. Big lead, put everything back on the home team, and they're capitalizing.
And right now, that crowd, silent. Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll get it down here to the 43. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass, and everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze the throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take down evaluators, you guys really missed the boat on me.
2nd and 11.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. He'll get this to Edwards out of the backfield. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
On 3rd down, Jackson got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
54-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
34. Chiefs 10.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Lamar Jackson sacked.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Been a good leadership and a good distributor. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
Again, it's Edwards. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Jackson setting up the screen here to Edwards. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Complete to Gus Edwards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
It's third down.
Here's Jackson on third down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
KC's offense ready to take over.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 20.
Mahomes now to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On third down, here's Bell. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
That's good for a Kansas City.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
1st and 10.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 42. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Mahomes going to try and run.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Williams. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Butker's kick here is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
Chiefs 13.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line wise for your coach? You go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. It's Edwards. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. This is Edwards. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And now back out comes the offense. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of the guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage. And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going on the road, you may have to even leave earlier in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home is a big deal, but now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour rule in. Enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Mahomes to throw. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. A gain of 6 there on 1st. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Travis Kelce.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And again, it's Mahomes. Throw right side, complete to Williams. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Mahomes to throw once more. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Now it's Mahomes again. And that is incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
And incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the...
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Caught out left side by Robinson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Derek Wolfe in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to... Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. So on the heels of the sack, they knock him backwards in the running game.
So now it's up to the offense coordinator talking directly into the helmet of his quarterback to instill a little bit of confidence here. Call the play with authority, call with confidence, and let him know this one is the winner.
Now this likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On the option, Jackson will keep it. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
They run once more with Edwards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
It's a gain of a yard. It's 3rd down.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he's got Snead. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Jackson to Snead that time. 1st down, Baltimore. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Dorian O'Daniel on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Hardman on the return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
On the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. at their own 20.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Mahomes pass.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd.
Mahomes going to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now here's Mahomes into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Patrick Queen.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
On 1st down, Edwards. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Dorian O'Daniel on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Chiefs' 45-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Edwards. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
The Ravens going to move on to another week in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.